Hello, it's PJ, your Wiradjuri mermaid, coming in for a new type of reading today that was suggested by some friends of mine in a little Facebook group I manage, about truth or trust. So I've got a number of cards here. But I'm just cleansing the space first to get a nice clean reading. Hopefully I won't burn my tablecloth again. So today we're going to do trust or truth. So can we trust this person? Are they telling us the truth? Is there anything we should know? So to do that, I've got a few different decks of cards here. So we've got the Gilded Tarot, we've got Lightseers, and we've got Disney villains. So I figured that kind of fit well to, are these people good guys or bad guys? I may use the Hidden Truth cards, which I usually use in my love readings, but you know, let's see if there's anything these people want to say. I've also got telepathy, sorry, oracle cards. My words aren't working today. And these gorgeous cards, which are Australian Aboriginal Wisdom by Mel Brown. And I was fortunate enough to interview Mel Brown in last year about her book that she recently released. So and she gifted me these actual cards, so I'm just going to try and make some space on my table so I've got room to read, and we will start. Actually, I'm going to start with the Gilded Tarot first. So I'll put them there. Okay, so think of a person that you're not sure about, and think about what you're worried about. So is it to do with being able to trust them? Are they telling you the truth? And let's see what the cards have to say. So these cards haven't been used for quite some time, so they're a little bit sticky, so I'm going to cut the deck. My apologies. I do thank all of you that have just picked up my new channel. Prior to this, I was using it only to do private readings and send them off. Now I'm offering these free little mini readings to give you a taste of what kind of readings I can do, but I can also do stuff that's just particularly for you. So the cards that have come out of the Gilded Tarot is, we have got the King of Cups in reverse. So when I see things in reverse, when they're usually positive cards, I take that as they're not telling you everything. The King of Cups is about that cup of love and abundance, and being in reverse, I feel like maybe this person, man or woman, could be maybe hiding their feelings from you. Cups usually for me represent love and romance, so I'm going to say that they're hiding their emotions. It could be because they're not feeling really comfortable for whatever reason. We all have our issues around different things, and I know a lot of people struggle to share their emotions and things, so it could be that it's not that they're hiding it from you, they're just not comfortable sharing it with you. Then we've got the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is an upright, and it's going in blind. So I feel this could be the energy of the person receiving the reading at the moment. They're feeling shackled, they're feeling trapped, they feel like they've been bound, and you don't feel like you're seeing the whole picture. And because you're not seeing the whole picture, you're not actually sure where to take this friendship, relationship, partnership, family dynamic. And I'm saying that broadly because for each person it could be a slightly different person. So these readings are general readings. They're not always going to resonate with everyone. I will actually try to very, very soon, when I'm feeling a little bit more motivated, to start doing them by star sign. But at the moment, they're just general readings for the collective. So if they resonate with you, please comment. If they don't, hit me with a like or, you know, whatever, just to let me know, you know, that you're there. And it also helps my channel to grow. And please share these videos if they do resonate. So now the final card is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like there might be a hold on new money coming in. It could be, again, squirreled away finances. So maybe this person here is, you know, not only hiding their emotions, but they might not be trusting enough to share their financial position. The Pentacles represents money. The Ace represents the new beginnings or new money coming in. So maybe they've just come into some money and they're not sure how they're willing to share that with you or anyone. I'm feeling like they're just feeling disconnected. And it's not that they don't want to tell the truth. It's just they're scared of what will happen if they do tell the truth. So I'm going to, from that, check the Disney villains. I haven't read with these cards in a long time. Actually, I've only really used these for picker cards on my little Facebook group. So the deck is broken in, but again, they're not they're not cards I use all the time. So sometimes they get a little bit sticky. Come on, do we have any villains? Spirit, do we have any villains? So I'm gonna say we do. We've got the Knight of Coins in reverse. So the Knight of Coins. So it is someone like so the Knights are messengers and they're usually coming in fast. I feel like because this is in reverse, that the Knight isn't necessarily, because this reading is about trust and truth, they're not actually coming forward so clearly on the message of their financial position. So I do hope that it's not something that you know, they're squirreling away money from you, or they're trying to some kind of fraud or anything like that. It could be, as I said, this is a collective reading, so take it as it resonates. But I feel like they are hiding money, and they're very, very slow to sort of show you what they've got. So let's see, is there anything else? Okay, the Disney villains don't want to play today. So we're going to take one of these cards, the Mel Brown ones. Now these ones, I just realized they have a word on them in the upright and the reverse. So I have been turning them and twisting them to make sure I sort of get a nice sort of spread. So depending on how these fall. Okay, so we have solemn on this card. So I'm reading it as it is upright to me. The opposite to that is opportunistic, but this person is feeling solemn. Then this card, which jumped over here, was about insecurities in the negative, but this person's actually curious. So maybe it's just a case of they might have some trust issues themselves. So it might be that they're just waiting to see, testing the waters to see whether, you know, they can tell you about their position, or they can ask you for help or support, or, you know, I feel like it's, you know, I don't think it's such a trust issue. I just think that this person doesn't know how to communicate. And I really feel like it's because they're holding back their emotions with the King of Cups in that first read. So I'm going to ask for a bit of an outcome now. So Light Seers cards, tell us if we've got any other messages, any outcomes for this person or the collective that are listening, the person on their mind that they're concerned about. I am going to try and shuffle these another way. That kind of worked and made a mess. Okay, so we've got these ones here. There was no others that flipped. Let's try shuffling them properly now. That is too many. Thank you, Spirit. My sticky little hands. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. All right. So, and on the bottom. So there is some rest coming in for the Four of Swords on the bottom. That is, I think, you finding peace. Your heart, your swords are all connected to your heart. Swords are also about communication. So in some decks, if they're in the upright, the communication's clear. If they're not, they're usually they're not telling you the whole truth. So the cards we've got also, so our Ace of Pentacles has actually come in the upright. So the outcome will be that they will come forward about this new money and this growth. So again, aces are about the new beginnings of things, so that foundational. So you can see here, you know, they've planted the penny, it's starting to grow strong roots, it's starting to grow its shoots, and it's the beginning of new things. So I feel like the truth will come out about it. There'll be an honest conversation. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, she's actually quite comfortable. She's not concerned. She's channeling and manifesting. So you can see the growth coming out of her hat. She's manifesting everything she wants. So I'm a firm believer in manifestation, and it does work. And I do believe that once the communication happens, there'll be some growth together and there'll be a lot of sharing of truth. However, we've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. There's still hesitancy to share. So in this card in the upright, it's about sharing the light. I feel like there's still a hesitancy. I'm not saying they're not sharing. I'm saying that they're still a little bit hesitant, and they've actually considered walking away. So, and I do feel it's the other person's energy. So it's not the person receiving the reading, but it's the person that you're thinking of was actually considering walking away. I want to say they feel kind of burnt out. However, there is, again, manifestations happening. We've got the Magician. So the Magician speaks to, you know, having what you want and that power. So you can see he actually has this infinity. So what he's putting to the universe, he's bringing back in. So when you speak to manifestations, you can't just say, I want, I want, I want. You have to believe that it's already yours, but you also have to put the intention to the world. You can't just expect it to drop on your doorstep. So, you know, he's sitting, he's channeling, he's messaging. I don't think this person will walk away, but I do think they have considered it. I'm sorry I keep going back to that. It's just sort of really standing out for me. So let's get the telepathy oracles, and then we might see if there's any messages that the person that you're thinking about, whether they're telling the truth or you can trust them, if they've got any messages for you. Okay. So we've got, I'm going to give you the bottom card as well. So of course we've got telepathy, because I was struggling to say that word. So usually when I am struggling to say something in one of my readings, it's because something's off with that. So maybe you're feeling disconnected with your telepathy, or you're not trusting your intuition. So when I stumble on my words, or the words get stuck in my throat, it's usually because there's an underlying issue with it. So anyway, we've got telepathy, close soul connections, harmoniously synchronized reenactment of telepathic movements or moments, sorry. So I feel like you know the answer, but you're just not trusting your intuition on whether you can trust this person or not. There is also enlightenment. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We realize that we are all one within the divine, with the divine. So again, if you're manifesting, you will have a part of some enlightenment happen, to realize that connection and how you impact and how they impact and all of those things. So you do have to be a good person, though. You can't just expect. Now, I did lift this card and the deck, and 2 more were under it, so I'm feeling like Spirit wants you to hear those as well. Oh, so we've got marriage. The marriage of souls is the union of 2 divine opponents. And then we've got guilty. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. So maybe you're feeling a little bit guilty about something. Maybe you're feeling guilty that you're having these trust issues, or you're not sure about whether they're telling the truth or not. So take it as it resonates. I am going to do the hidden truth. Again, I usually use these in my love readings, but let's see if Spirit has anything for them, for you in this reading. No, just the one. You speak to me through music. So this person, I feel, going back to that King of Cups, I feel like they're very introverted at the moment. So maybe something's gone on for them, and so they're listening to a lot of music, and that's reminding them of you. So that might be where it comes in, that this growth happens, where your Ace of Pentacles actually turns into the upright. So with that, I will flip a coin for you. This is my yes/no coin. So while I'm getting it out of its case, if you could think of the yes or no question. If you're not sure of what to ask and you want to ask, pause the video now, because I'm about to flip the coin. So you can see here that it's got no on one side and yes on the other. I bought this in a city apothecary in Texas, Austin, and it was my favorite shop over there. And you know, anyone that knows me knows I'm super witchy and love to go and embrace those things. So yes or no, are you ready? The answer is yes. So thank you, beautiful people, for listening to my channel. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I do really want this channel to grow. I do really want it to be a viable space for me to continue these readings. Please also suggest other readings that you might be interested in checking out. I've just noticed that Mel Brown's card slipped, so I'm going to take that card for you. It says displeasure. So I really hope that that's not the case, but take it as it resonates, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.